Hey folks, it's me again, Rose. Remember me from last story? Yeah, the one where I discovered my mom was a secret agent. If you thought that story was cool, wait until you hear this one. I almost get killed trying to follow in my mom's footsteps. And I learned the hard way, being a spy is no walk in the park. So friends, that day, when I finally discovered my mom's secret, I was completely hooked. It was like I'd suddenly found purpose in life. I watched every spy movie worth its salt, got myself a long black coat, dark sunglasses, a cool hat, and a magnifying glass. Then I went around the neighborhood looking for possible crime scenes. Rose, is that you or a lost raccoon in a funny dress? Mr. Joe startled me, and I fell straight into a prickly bush behind me. Shh! I'm on a mission, Mr. Joe. Oh, really? A mission to spy on poor Mrs. Smith doing yoga? You don't get it! I'm looking for criminals. By peeping into people's living rooms, crime can happen anywhere, Mr. Joe. You see that casserole on the table? Maybe Mrs. Smith stole someone's casserole recipe and passed it off as her own. That's food fraud. You're ridiculous. Mr. Joe walked away laughing. But that didn't stop me from trying to locate a potential crime scene. However, in a village as boring as ours, the maximum that ever happened was a silly fight over a parking spot, or some morons trying to steal apples from Mrs. Smith's orchard. Mom, why don't we go live in a city? Life would be so much better, and I'll get a chance to practice my spying skills. Oh, sweetie, it takes a little more than a black coat and sunglasses to be a spy. I know that, but I promise to do whatever it takes to be a secret agent like you. I don't want to sound like a jerk, but honey, you can't even get a glass of water without tripping over something. I know I'm a little clumsy. A little? I'm pretty sure if you're ever sent to detonate a bomb, you'll cut the wrong wire. Being an agent is not a joke. I'm not joking either. I want to become a secret agent, and I'll prove it soon enough. I'm totally capable of being one. I marched out of there feeling super annoyed. How could Mom just assume I'm not fit to be an agent without even letting me try? I had to look for a chance to prove her wrong, and I got it the moment I stepped into Mr. Joe's living room a few days later. He was sitting in his armchair, looking miserable. What's wrong, Mr. Joe? You look like your pet cat died, and I think you don't have one.
Oh, Rose, it's, nothing.
Come on, you can tell me. I promise I won't tell anyone.
Well, you see these paintings?
Yeah, honestly, they're terrible. They look as if they were drawn by a toddler on a sugar overload.
What?
Yeah, you want to help me take them down?
No! These paintings are by the famous French artist Charles Arnault. He gifted them to my great-great-granddad, and he passed them on to my great-granddad, and then he...
Okay, I get the idea. So, what about these paintings? You finally realized you hate them and want to auction them? Sorry to burst your bubble, but these aren't going to find any takers in this stupid village. You'll have to go to the city. OMG, the city! That's where I want to try my spying skills. Mr. Joe, let's pack our bags and leave already. Girl, where's your stop button? I don't want to sell these paintings. They're family heirloom. Then why are you so sad? Because these aren't the originals. Actually, a few days back, the mayor asked me if I wanted to display them at an art exhibition. I agreed, but when he returned the paintings yesterday, I could instantly tell they were fakes. What? Then why didn't you confront him? I did, but he flat out denied swapping them. He said I could sue him if I want, but I'm an old man and he's way too influential. Wow, my blood boiled at the audacity of that horrible person. I had to recover Mr. Joe's paintings, no matter how much I hated them. So, friends, that's how I got my first, investigation case. To start with, I looked up info on Mayor Henry Merchant. Mayor Merchant had a dubious reputation, but no cases were ever filed against him. He lived in a mansion on the village outskirts with his son Oliver. I also discovered Oliver was rather dumb, and his dad was looking for someone to tutor him. Okay, this should be easy. With my impeccable school record, I easily got hired as Oliver's tutor after a quick telephonic interview. On my first day at the mansion, I arrived hoping to find, someone pale and short with chunky glasses and probably a runny nose, but I was not prepared for the spectacle that awaited me.
Hi, I'm Oliver.
OMG, this guy looked like he was a gift to the female species by God himself. Hi, I'm Roaster. I'm Rose, your tutor. Gosh, what the heck was wrong with me? Focus, Rose. He's the enemy's son. I followed Oliver to his study room where he settled down behind a huge desk. So are you ready to wrestle with numbers? Oliver opened his mouth to reply, but before that, my foot got caught in his backpack strap and I tripped in glorious slow motion. My bag flew open, pens shot out like missiles, and my water bottle did a triple flip before landing in Oliver's lap with a loud splat. Are you okay? I'm fine. Just testing gravity. It's still working. Oliver helped me get up, and after making a complete fool of myself, I finally got down to teaching him algebra. Soon, I discovered Oliver studied in a boarding school and had dyslexia since childhood, which made math super tough for him. I taught him for about a week, but never came across his dad, the mayor. I was getting desperate now, so I decided to ask him one day, where's your dad? I never see him around. His work keeps him busy. He also loves going around the world, collecting rare artifacts and stuff. Collecting? More like stealing. Oh, that sounds cool. Can you show me some of his collection? I mean, I'm a huge fan of art. I absolutely love paintings by artists like Da Vinci and Picasso and Elvis Presley. Wait, wasn't Elvis Presley a musician? So, music is a form of art, right? Well, yeah, I guess. On my repeated insistence, Oliver led me to the basement where there was a massive collection of paintings and sculptures. Some of these paintings are worth millions. Wow! I was careful not to bump into anything, or Mom would end up paying millions, and my dream of being a spy would go up in smoke. This is so cool! And wait, is that another room full of awesomeness? Wait, Rose, that room is out of bounds. Dad never lets anyone in there, not even me. Oh, and why's that? It has extremely old sculptures that might get destroyed, even at the slightest touch, so he doesn't want to take any chances. I looked at the chunky lock on the door and was somehow convinced that it had the answer I was looking for. But how could I access it? The next day, while tutoring Oliver, I excused myself to use the restroom. But as soon as I got out of his study, I walked straight into what I expected was the mayor's bedroom. Thankfully, it wasn't locked. Once inside, I frantically started looking for the key to that secretive door. I searched the drawers, cupboards, under the bed, but the key was nowhere. Okay, secret key, where are you? I noticed his bedside table and yanked open the drawer. It had at least 100 pairs of socks and enough ties to choke a moose, but no key. Frustrated, I sat on the edge of the bed when I heard a soft clink. Huh? I got up and plopped myself on the bed again, a little harder this time. And yeah, I heard that clink again. Feeling a sudden rush of excitement, I lifted the pillows. But nothing. That's when I noticed it. A small teddy sitting on the bed. I grabbed it and squeezed it hard, and there was that unmistakable clinking sound. I immediately flipped it over and unzipped a small pouch on its back. Inside it was a small, shiny key. Well played, Mr. Mayor. I was about to jump with joy when the room's door burst open and I came face to face with none other than Mayor Henry Merchant himself. Who are you? And what the heck are you doing in my room? I'm Oliver's tutor. I was looking for the restroom, but I lost my way. I'm sorry. I tried to leave his room in a hurry, but I was so nervous that I banged my toe against the door frame. Ow! As I bent down to tend to my bruised toe, the goddamn key fell out of my pocket. You thief! How dare you steal stuff from my room? I'm calling the police right away. I panicked for a moment, but then realized it was he who was the real thief. Yes, please, do that, and I'll happily lead them to that room in your basement. The mayor's face turned white as a sheet, and then suddenly, he turned into a raging bull. You little snitch! You really think you can outsmart me? He lunged at me like a madman. But I stepped aside just in time, and he went crashing into his dresser. Just then, Oliver entered the room. Hey, what's going on? Dad? Are you okay? This thief stole a key from my room, and when I questioned her, she pushed me. Ah! I think I fractured my butt. Your dad's lying, Oliver. I'm not a thief, but he definitely is. I told Oliver everything about Mr. Joe's paintings getting replaced by fakes, and I also told him I suspected the real ones were in that room in the basement. If you let me open that door, we'll get to know the truth. Yes, of course. But before that... Oliver turned to look at his dad, and his face suddenly turned all evil. Dad, I can't believe you can be so careless. Didn't I tell you to keep that precious key well hidden? Oliver? What did you think? You could just waltz in here and destroy Dad's years of hard work just like that? Miss Rose, now you're gonna pay the price of being a bit too nosy. The mayor laughed like a maniac as Oliver grabbed my wrist and started pulling me towards the basement. We have another room down there for intruders like you. And you have lots of roaches and mice for company. I screamed and tried to break free, but his grip was hard as steel. Then I did what I knew best. I rammed into him with all my might, and we both landed hard on the floor. As he let go of me, I quickly got up and dashed towards the door, only to run into something rock solid. Ouch! I looked up and saw Mom! And behind her, a team of police officers and Mr. Joe. I told you you're not ready to be an agent yet, but at least I tried. Yeah, you have to give her that. I'm proud of you, sweetheart. Just then, Oliver came charging at Mom, and I watched, completely awestruck, as she turned into a ninja and outpowered that jerk in no time at all. As I had suspected, that room in the basement had not just Mr. Joe's stolen paintings, but also several other original artworks that the mayor had swapped with fakes. He and his stupid son were both arrested, and Mr. Joe finally got his paintings back. As for my secret agent dreams, Mom has finally decided to give me formal training after high school, and I can't wait to start.